Recently, I've been feeling empty, like my creative spark is gone. You know this feeling, the one that you get when you're in the zone, when you're drawing or designing or you're building something, the flow, being fully immersed in your work, the joy of seeing something beautiful where previously you just had a blank canvas. This feeling is why I became a designer to begin with. And lately, well, it's gone. Now, I think I know whose fault it is, and I would love to say it's AI's fault, but it's actually me. I got addicted to AI in my pursuit to do more, to get things done faster, and mostly to probably avoid the difficult process of doing good work. I let AI do the creative work for me, and now nothing. I feel numb. Like I don't care that much. And I guess the reason is these are not my ideas out there. They are Claude's. I was just the yes man clicking approve and generating stuff, which is not very creative, is it? Do you also look at your work and not sure that it's even yours? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not like the anti-AI guy. I love AI and I'm excited about all of the new things that I can do and how fast I can do them. But I'm also concerned. I'm concerned my creativity is rotting away in pursuit of productivity. And I'm concerned that I might be becoming this average slop designer. And I'm concerned that if I keep heading down this path, maybe there's not going to be much demand for my work down the line. So I have to fix this. But my question is, can I find a way that I can utilize this amazing technology and benefit from all of this new technology, but without losing my creative spark, without letting my work become like some average slop, and most importantly, without losing the feeling of joy while creating? Looking back at my creative process, the one that I used for over 20 years in my career as a designer, I can see why I rushed to try and replace it with AI. Because to be honest, the creative process sucks. It's scary and it's difficult. Here's what would usually happen. I would get a new project and I would sit down to do my research. I would spend hours digging and collecting inspiration and references and reading. And then I would try to design something or come up with ideas. But the problem is, all of my ideas would suck. And then I would panic, like, what if I don't have anything to present to the client? And what if I don't have any ideas? And I'm sure this happened to you as well. But then a few days later, when I'm doing something completely different, like when I'm in the shower, the idea would just pop into my head like the dots in my brain finally connect. And that would be amazing. I would get so excited about this new idea and I would get down to work and try to bring this to life and polish it. And the whole feeling of terror and pain would finally turn into joy. Now, for years, I thought that this can't be the way that professionals work until somebody handed me a classic advertising book from the 1940s called A Technique for Producing Ideas by James Webb Young. And it turns out that this process, this exact process, is how every creative has been doing their work since the dawn of ideas. Now, reading this book also explained to me why my ideas were unique to me. Because you see, the dots connecting in my brain connect the specific project research I just did with my own unique interests, right? So if I'm into punk music and science fiction, I'm probably going to be the only person on earth who's going to make a design for a tech company that includes a punk in a spaceship. And since you are into other things, cats most likely, you will have radically different ideas and design than I do. But now that AI is here and we're all trying to avoid the pain of trying to come up with our own ideas and trying to avoid the fear of not having ideas at all and trying to get done more, we all rush to Claude to do our research and then do the design for us. But Claude will never come up with ideas that involve punks or spaceships or even cats because Claude, although he might be way more intelligence than all of us, he's basically the average of all brains. And while the output might look good on its own, it's also going to be similar to every other idea that it will generate because it's always using the average of all brains to ideate. And all these ideas mean nothing to me. But realizing that AI ideas is average wasn't actually enough to kick me out of my comfort zone. Because after all, we humans prefer to avoid pain much more than we want to pursue joy. And having AI at my fingertips make me very comfortable. Remember the movie WALL-E where people get fat since they don't have to walk anywhere? They have these floating chairs taking them? That was me. I was using AI to do my thinking, and I've become so dependent on that I wasn't even sure that I had the power within me to do some serious creative work anymore. And when I did, I actually found that it was actually harder and more painful than I remembered. And then I discovered it wasn't just me. I stumbled on this MIT research that shows that people who've been using AI for a while had much harder time to come up with new ideas on their own than people who have just been using their brains all along. It's like my brain was slowly rotting. So I consulted with my doctor, Dr. ChatGPT, and I asked him, hey, is this a really good idea?
Well, of course, that's a wonderful idea. You're so brilliant.
That's when I started to get worried. So I thought I would be smarter, and I told him, you're a world-class designer and art director. Give me critical feedback on this.
If I'm honest, this is not a very strong idea. It fails on multiple fronts.
Which made me finally realize this guy is not to be trusted. He will just do what I tell him to do, and I will never know the truth. I realized I was stuck in a loop. My brain becoming dependent on AI, then AI tells me everything is great or everything sucks, and then I try to fix it with some more AI, and we start the whole cycle all over again. I was about to give up and become one of those anti-AI crowd and start preaching going AI free, but I kept having this picture in my head of an Amish person who's living on a farm because he thinks that technology is bad. And I don't want to be this person. I want to find a way. Now, investigating my old creative process actually gave me a hint of how. Because it's not that AI is bad, it's just that I was using it at the wrong part of the process. You see, researching, collecting references, and ideating is what made my work unique. So that's not the right part to replace. But when it comes to execution, AI is incredible. It's like having a team of the best photographers, illustrators, 3D artists, and developers at your fingertips. And while I have tried to replace my creativity with AI, I should have just used it for execution. So I've gone back to gathering materials on my own. I've gone back to sketching and using my notebook. And I've gone back to walking and ideating away from the computer. I've accepted the fact that there's going to be a digestion period where I'm just going to wait for ideas to pop while I'm doing other things, even if it's going to take more time. And when they do, I discuss them and get feedback on them from people whose judgment I actually trust. And then, and only then, when I have my idea ready for execution, I go to AI. And if before my creativity was limited to what I could do using Photoshop or stock photos or whatever budget the client had for a photographer or an illustrator, now I have access to infinite creative execution power. I can generate infinite renders and try infinite angles and styles because when it comes to execution, AI is really amazing. Whether it's images, videos, code, generative art, the endless execution options open possibilities to ideas that I can execute now more than ever before. And that gets me excited because now I can be more creative than ever. I found out that human creativity plus AI execution equals amplified creativity. And the important thing is, the feeling is back. Yes, the feeling of panic when you're not sure the idea is going to come or if your work is any good, but also the joy of stumbling into a new, beautiful idea that is just unique to you. And when it's ready to execute and brought to life, you can do it using the most amazing technology. I'm happy.